Welcome back. Last time we talked, if you're with me, we discussed analyzing sentences with direct objects. This time we're going to analyze sentences with predicate nominatives, which are sometimes called predicate nouns, or with predicate adjectives. So first I'm going to go through the steps that you need to do to make sure that you find every word in the sentence and label it appropriately. The first thing we're going to do is circle any conjunctions that we have in the sentence. Then we're going to place parentheses around our prepositional phrases. We'll put PREP over our prepositions and OP over our objects of the preposition. We're going to underline our verbs twice, underline our subjects once, and then we'll look for any nouns or adjectives that will rename or describe our subject, and that will make them predicate nominatives or predicate nouns, or we'll make them predicate adjectives. Then we'll label our adjectives and adverb modifiers that have the little one words, and we'll put ADJ and ADV over those. If you have not memorized your linking verbs, this will be a great time for you to pause, stop it, go back and look at your linking verbs, memorize your linking verbs, because you're going to have a very difficult time doing this if you do not know your linking verbs. Just in case you just need a refresher, those are words that are the be verbs, like is, am, are, was, be, being, been, when you have something in front of being or be. You also have the ones I call the weather verbs that we usually use when we're describing the weather. The weather looks nice. The weather seems cold. The weather appears cloudy. So you'll have words like look, appear, seem, turn. The weather stayed cold. So you'll have stay. And the different inflections, stay, stayed, and stays. Remember, those are also in there. And then you'll just memorize all of those, and we'll start by analyzing some of our sentences. Let's start with the first sentence. My father is a great cook. Now, I don't know if your father's a great cook, but let's just pretend he is. My father is a great cook. Be sure to write these sentences with me, because once again, you only learn by practicing. You're not going to learn it by watching me. You could watch me 50 times, and you would never learn it if you did not write the sentences. So remember that you have to write the sentences and analyze them along with me. Practice will make, well, good practice will make perfect, not just any kind of practice. So let's look at my father's a great cook. We don't have any conjunctions. We don't have any prepositional phrases. So let's go straight to the verb. Is your verb in this case. And notice that it's a linking verb because it's going to link something from here to here. What makes something a linking verb is that we have to have some sort of subject linked to some sort of predicate nominative or predicate adjective. So it's going to have to be like that. Father is the one who actually is in this sentence, so that's your subject one time. Then you're going to look for, since you have a linking verb, something that is describing or renaming your subject. In this case, cook is a noun. If cook had been an adjective, it would have been a predicate adjective. But in this sentence, cook is a predicate nominative because this is a noun. Now we're going to go back and find our one-word adjectives, which is my, describing father, saying whose father, and then a, one of those a, and, or the articles, determiners, or noun markers, telling you what kind of cook or which cook. And then great is telling you what kind of cook. It could have been an awful cook, and that would have been a different kind of cook. So now we have every word in the sentence analyzed. Our next sentence is Jennifer your oldest sister? Is Jennifer your oldest sister? Remember, you're writing these sentences with me so that you will have practice. Notice also that this is an inverted sentence, which means that something else besides your subject is in the front of the sentence. Notice we don't have any conjunctions. We don't have any prepositional phrases. So let's go straight to the verb, which is is. Is also a linking verb in this case because it's one of those verbs. It's going to link your subject to something else in the sentence. Jennifer is, so she's your subject. And then we've got a predicate nominative or a noun that's renaming Jennifer. So this is another predicate nominative. You've also got an adjective here saying whose sister, and then you got another adjective, what kind of sister. So Jennifer is your oldest sister. Notice that this sister is linking back to Jennifer, and cook is linking back to father. Since these are nouns, they are predicate nominatives, which makes these verbs linking verbs. Your next sentence is, those flowers on the back porch smell delightful. Let's make that an exclamation, because if the flowers smell delightful, then we need to get excited about it. Those flowers on the back porch smell delightful. Exclamation point. When we analyze this one, you'll be looking for some kind of linking verb that's going to link those together. First, we'll look for some kind of conjunction. I don't see any conjunctions. Then we'll look for prepositional phrases. Whoops, I forgot about the porch. On the back porch. If you ever get confused and you don't know where your prepositional phrase ends, it ends in a noun or a pronoun. These two words are not nouns or pronouns. Looking for our verb, smell. Smell is one of those I call 5-sense linking verbs. So you can say something smells good. You can say it looks good. It feels or it felt. You can also say it appears or it looks. Just anything that you have a sense of tasting, smelling, feeling, hearing it, sounds delightful. Those kind of words are going to be linking verbs as well, because it's describing it through your senses. So you've got smell is your verb, flowers is your subject, and then smell is a linking verb because it's describing how delightful those flowers smell. Since it's describing and not renaming, this one is an adjective, which is linking back to the flowers. Notice that sister's linking back to Jennifer, and the cook is linking back to father. So, remember you've got a prepositional phrase, so let's put prep over that, OP over here, and then our one-word adjectives, those, even though it's a demonstrative pronoun, in this case it's a demonstrative adjective, because it's describing something. The is an article or a noun marker, which is describing the porch. And then this adjective is also describing the porch. So you've got one adjective, 2, 3, and then this one is describing. So this adjective is different. It's describing your flowers. Your next sentence, your answer is insufficient. Let's throw a prepositional phrase in there. Your answer to the question. Is insufficient. Just like to throw a prepositional phrase in there, so you can just throw stuff in there whenever you're ready. We're looking for conjunctions, no conjunctions. But you do have this prepositional phrase that we just threw in there. And then we'll look for our verbs, which is, our subject, answer. And insufficient is telling something about the answer, which is describing that answer. So this goes back to your subject, and it's linking answer, is, and insufficient. Got a one-word adjective, your, and one-word adjective, the, and that's all. Go back and practice over these, have fun with it, and we'll see you the next time. Thanks.